This morning, we are joined in the CBS Austin studios by the City of Austin Mayor Pro Tem and District 2 Council Member Vanessa Fuentes. Good morning. Thank you for being with us, Councilwoman.
Good morning.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We are 1 week away from the city's deadline to adopt the balanced budget. To get there, it looks like most of City Council agrees a tax rate election is needed.
Yeah, however, there's disagreement on the dollar amount. You and a few other council members support that 6.75-cent tax rate increase, while others on the council say that a 5.75-cent increase would suffice. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, very clearly we are at a crisis point with our budget, and so we have a choice. We can either invest in solutions now or pay higher costs later. And what I know about Austinites is that we care and we expect that when we call 911 that we get a timely response and that we get quick emergency service. We care about getting more of our unhoused neighbors off the streets and into housing, and we care about ensuring that our parks are well maintained and upkept. And so those are the types of things that we're hoping to fund with this tax rate proposal.
So let's take a look at what those who support the 6 cents say the increase would impact the typical Austin family. We have this full screen here. Your team says that for a home valued at just under $495,000, the current average city property taxes would be $60 lower than they were 10 years ago.
You also say this is thanks to a 20% homestead exemption, expanded exemptions for seniors and people with disabilities, and a broadened tax base from commercial growth. So our question for you is, what do you want to say to Austinites who might be confused about property taxes? It's a lot to try and take in. The state appears to be trying to lower them while the city seems to be trying to raise them.
Well, the facts matter here, and the fact that the city has been very disciplined and very responsible with our city portion of the property tax. The city portion only accounts for about a quarter of your overall tax bill. And with the state's property tax, that's on school taxes. That doesn't fund a single ambulance. It doesn't fix a single pothole. It doesn't help a single person get into housing. And so really the tax rate proposal that the city is considering is for the first time. This is the first time we're considering one for city services. And that really speaks to the structural budget deficit that we're in. And ultimately, voters get to decide. We're going to put forth this proposal, and Austinites will get to have a say on whether or not we should move forward.
Yeah, it's so important to know not just that you're paying taxes, but where that money is really going.
Yeah, that breakdown. There's also been a lot of concerns about one aspect of the budget, Austin's first responders. What are your thoughts on having to reduce some of Austin fire crews from the recommended 4-person crew to just 3?
Well, part of our proposal that me and my colleagues have put forth will ensure that we have sufficient funding for fire and EMS, and that is key here. We don't want to make deep cuts to essential services. And ultimately, that's what I hope Austinites will get to decide on. There's an overwhelming consensus on council that we have to move forward with the tax rate election, and so we want to make sure we get it right.
All right, City of Austin Mayor Pro Tem and District 2 Council Member Vanessa Fuentes, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And in case you missed anything of this, we put the entire interview on cbsaustin.com as well as our YouTube page.